I lose my cool very few times, but when I do, I'm someone completely different. NBC, get ready for the wrath. Also, sorry I'm wearing a hood, but I just cut my hair and it's kind of complicated to comb it right now, so I have to deal with this until my hair grows back again. So in my days as an unemployed person, I decided to watch new movies, new TV shows, trying to expand my likes, seeing what I've been missing, and since you gals and guys know, I'm very into retro, vintage 80s, 90s movies or TV shows. So I happened to tumble upon this little show titled Freaks and Geeks, which is a show I've heard being mentioned before, but I really didn't pay that much attention to it. So I said, hey, why not? I mean, it must be fun. And oh man, I mean, I can't believe I have been missing on this show for so long, man. I loved the story so much, which is basically a bunch of students in their high school years, more specifically in McKinley High, which I believe is a fake school. Each and one of these characters are going through, let's say, real life situations. Situations you'd watch and say, hey, you know, I went through that as well. I mean, I can actually relate to this character. Sorry, I thought I heard someone in the house. And I start to get all nervous. And I think they all had like a very good character development. I'd say some of them or most of them took unexpected turns. And that's what I think made this show unique, relatable. Because we all tried different things, try to be different person in our high school years. I kinda did, but it never worked for me. So I guess I was and am a geek during my whole life, and I don't care, I kinda like it anyway. It has such a great cast: Linda Cardellini, James Franco, Seth Rogen, Jason Segel, Martin Starr. I still can't believe that's Martin Starr. I mean, he really changed a lot. I mean, how come I haven't changed? I still look like his character Bill. The only thing I do want to kind of complain is the fact that sometimes they kind of like retcon some events. Let's say when Lindsay's new friends come to her house, they meet their parents. But episodes later, they're like, who are they? When do we get to meet them? Then they kind of acknowledge it a couple of episodes later just to fit in the storyline. And you know, it was weird because it happened pretty often. And I know I've said that you don't have to acknowledge something every 5 seconds. We know it happened. But the way they did it was kind of weird. Either way, they sort of fixed that by actually coming back to those plot points and filling up the stories. Like the time Neil finds out that his dad is cheating on his mom. They forget about it like for 1 or 2 episodes, but they actually do come back to it and make it right. But it's still kind of weird that the characters forget about it for a while and then come back to it later on. I mean, it just felt weird. Aside from that, I think the show is perfect. I love it. The characters, the story, the soundtrack, everything. Linda Cardellini, I love you so much. I love you. So, if this was such a great show, why in the freaking earth would NBC cancel it? The show was actually getting very, very good. I even digged so much the fact that these characters started to shift around. And by that, I mean that those who were like the cool guys started to become geeks. Like Daniel when he goes and plays Dungeons and Dragons with the rest of the geeks. Lindsay, which is the most obvious one, starts to hang out with these cool guys and actually starts to do the stuff they do. When Sam goes out with Cindy and left his friends for a while. And you know, also like the little things. Like when someone is being highlighted for something without even knowing the behind the scenes of it. Like when they make fun of Gordon. I believe that's his name, I hope I'm right. When they say he smells bad. And Sam kind of talks with Gordon about this situation. And then you like understand why he smells, because he has like this medical condition. And you know, the cool part is that they actually become friends. That is just so like, wow. I mean, despite all of these things, you become friends. That is, those are just like some of the cool moments for me in the show. You know, that actually happened to a classmate once in college, but we kind of never asked him why he smelled bad, but I don't think it was a medical condition. I'm pretty sure he just didn't shower. Or Alan when he reveals that he's also a geek. That was one of the best moments of this show. So like, why the F did they cancel this? Okay, so I did a little research and I'm pretty sure most of you know it already. But for what I know and for what I, read, there were conflicts between the creators, the scheduling didn't help the show because they put it on a Saturday night and whatsoever. But the biggest reason I believe was that NBC wanted more cool characters rather than relatable characters. NBC, I really don't watch a lot of your stuff. I don't even have cable. But F you big time. F you big time. I just really can't believe this is one of the reasons, and it's just so stupid. Now we're never gonna know what happened to Lindsay. How was Bill gonna deal with Coach Frederick as his stepdad? How Neil would deal with his parents' situation? Ken's relationship with Cindy's girlfriend and Daniel's new phase as a geek. I mean, come on. And at this point, it's too late to continue with the show. So Hollywood, don't you dare touch this. I feel really bad that this show only lasted 18 episodes. It's a very short run. But I can say that in its short run, each episode kept me entertained the whole time with every situation the characters ran into. I hope I get the Blu-ray soon because this is worthy of anyone's collection. And I know nobody asked, but I think my favorite character is Bill. First of all, I think I look like him, so... Although I also kind of look like the other guy with the long hair. I don't remember his name. The difference is that he did have a sex life and I don't. Also because I related to him in a few things. We both enjoy being alone, watching movies and shows, and just having a blast the whole time. We both tend to say the truth without any filters. When we're sick of something, we kind of deal with it in a pretty odd way, but eventually we just start being honest about it. And I guess because of the weird gestures he usually did with his hands, I don't know if I have a tick or something, but sometimes I kind of like, when I grab something, I go like this or something. So it's not that I'm proud, but I found myself related a lot to that character. I still cannot believe this was canceled. I will always live with that feeling of not knowing what was gonna happen next. I did read that MTV wanted to pick up the show, but they would make it like low budget. Since I'm not a very demanding person, I wouldn't have minded that. I just wanted to see what happened next. And if you haven't watched this show, do yourself a favor and go watch it right now. Show NBC that they made the biggest mistake in their entire life. F you NBC, I hate you! That is just my opinion, those are just my thoughts. Tell me what you gals and guys think about Freaks and Geeks in the comments below. Give me a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, link is down below. I am Louis, thank you so much for watching this video, I really hope you enjoyed it. Hope everyone is doing okay, and I will see you all next time. Take care.